I practice the art of free running, or parkour. It is the art of fluid motion through an urban environment. Those who practice parkour are known as tracers. You want to become a tracer, don't you? Why else would you be here? Do you want Six to teach you? A few basic moves, just to get you warmed up. I'm going to set you 8 training lessons. Each one will teach you a basic parkour technique. Pass all 8 lessons, then come back to me.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Millionaire Gaming. So today, in this video, I would like to show you something I've been dreading for a very long time. As you guys know, I've played a lot of video games under the sun, from skateboarding to RPGs to 3DS stuff, as well as mainstream games. But today I'm going to talk about the epitome of video games. This game fucking kills me. As a creator that enjoys extreme sports, this game extremely fucking sucks. Today I'm going to be talking about the game called Free Running. I had this game on the Wii growing up as a kid, but today we're going to be looking at the Steam copy for today. So, with further ado, I am the shit, so let's get this shit started. From the start of the game, you start off as a person wanting to learn the art of free running, aka as parkour. Six decides to take you under his wing and teach you the art of free running, and boy, does this game tell you a terrible way of learning how to do free running. You are branched out into this first level, which is the gym. And basically, if you are willing to walk the area, there's no possible way just to explore this. It's already a tutorial challenge. And what does this teach you? Minimal tricks, minimal things to do, as well as tasks that are very hard to control, even if you have a good controller, which is either an Xbox 360 controller, PlayStation 2, whatever you want to use, because I'm a person that uses a keyboard and mouse on certain games, but as well as doing it on controller for majority of my games on PC. But that's just how I am. I will say, this game has its flaws. It has many flaws. It has a lot of flaws too that hurts me to the core. And I will be honest, not many games get to this point on my level of expertise, as you could say. But this game is definitely the epitome of why I don't like games. I can honestly say this game made me scream so loud that I actually tasted blood. And that normally never happens because I'm a very mild-mannered person. But I will say, this game is very tedious. In order to catch yourself, you have to press a stupid button just so you don't fall. You have to always make sure that you have a break fall. I get this game's trying to have some sort of realism, but come on. There's a point where a game can't be too realistic. Like, I get we're all trying to have a fun time, you know, trying to have an arcade-style video game. But when it gets to this point of being annoying and tedious, there's a problem. Why, yes, I have to agree with you, my inebriated fellow. I will have to say, yes, this game very much does suck. I will tell you guys, I have spent about 28 hours onto this game all together in its entirety, and I can tell you I never mastered this game. Granted, I fucking beat it. This game was the worst and fucking most difficult game I've ever played, and I thought Okage the Shadow King was the most difficult game I've played, and I'm 25 years old, and this is one of the most fucking difficult games I've ever played in my entire life. Exactly how I feel right there. So granted, I have beat the game 100%. You know, you would think, oh, there's no more challenges. What are you supposed to do after this game? You're not entirely complete with this game. In order to do certain challenges, there's breakers and barriers that you have to go through. And granted, I get that. There are some games that you have to have a sort of initiative or some kind of task to get to it. Like, if you're playing Skyrim, you have to learn certain things. If you're doing Kingdom Hearts, and if you want to get, like, the necklace under the thing in Ariel's world. You have to learn Isiaga or something, some kind of form of magic. Yeah, that's how I get it. In this game, one of the most tedious things that I've realized, and I was stuck on this challenge for a very, very long time, was in order to battle one said person, you have to get a pair of black shoes, as they say, trainers. And you're probably wondering, how are you supposed to get these trainers? How are you supposed to fully complete this task and complete the game? They don't say what you're supposed to do. They don't say anything. And so I went to it. I went through everything. I even did gold medals on certain challenges that would take me forever in a day. And then I realized something in the freestyle. Granted, you can do it as your own leisure. I realized there are challenges in that said mode that you need to do in order to complete tasks. Example.
Hello, mate. Not seen you round here before. You the dude who Seeks decided to train. Can't see why myself. So I guess you came here to challenge me to a race. No way, man. It's the trainers, mate. You need to get some decent trainers. Black's the color, man. Come back when you got some style.
Man, at this point, I would give you the shoes that are on my feet right now. I'm wearing black Nikes. Would that do? Would that work? But I will tell you, this challenge right here took so fucking long. I took so many tries, so many time and effort just to get past this challenge, and it brought me nowhere. Nowhere into the game. Oh yeah, so I mean, yeah, you get to further yourself into the career, but not much by any means. I couldn't find Zach, I couldn't beat anything. And yeah, it takes a lot of muscle memory to actually learn this game fluidly, and all that stuff. And I will tell you, this game, I genuinely hate. I thought Cuphead was a difficult game. Hell, let alone, I thought fucking, Demon Souls was a difficult game. I played some fairly challenging games in my time of, playing shit. Hell, Airblade, one of the hardest fucking extreme sports games, is easier than this shit. And honestly, this is very difficult. And I could say I barely made that challenge. Really, how I feel is how that guy is just ragdolling. So you're probably wondering, what do we have to do on this game? What are some of the challenges, some of the tasks that we have? So we have freestyle, we have time attack, we have target, hit, crash test, flow challenge, chase and run, and free race, as well as challenges against certain characters, which are only 5 characters in the entire game. And you're probably wondering, is there a very special ending to this game? Is there anything, like any initiative that you get? You get nothing. You get nothing on this game. What, you get to battle your trainer, and that's it. That is the entire game of its full. So you're probably wondering, what are the levels? What are the layouts? So we only got a small handful of levels themselves as well. So here we got the gym. We've got definitely obstacle course, very shiny floors, light rays, and very, very beautiful low polymer characters in the background as they're working out in the gym, which is something I wish I could do. But unfortunately, because of my foot, I cannot do it until relatively soon. So I'm kind of happy about that. But enough about me. But this is the gym. There is nothing spectacular about said level. The challenges on here are very simple enough. There's only 3 challenges, and it's pretty much pro tutorials and training. And yeah, they're very tedious, and you could do them very easily. But unless you're, mastered at this game, they are very, very annoying at best. And honestly, this level fucking sucks, in my opinion, because there's really nothing. The best thing about this entire level is just the characters just in the background right there. So on to our next level, which is home. I will tell you, the most enjoyment of this thing, of home, is probably you jumping off of the side and ragdolling. This level is very tedious, and it is the beginning screen of when you first start the video game. Yeah, there's cool, it's the, skyline of, areas of the, the UK. It's kind of cool. I will definitely tell you the best part of the entire experience of this game, besides saying I beat this game under my belt, is probably that I got to listen to my entire Spotify soundtrack list of almost 500 songs, and I did it in a matter of maybe 3 days. And I'll tell you, I am very much not a fan of this game. I could tell you, if they had made that DS port for this video game, but it got canceled finally and happily, I feel like I'd still want to not participate in it. On to our next level, which is the Flats. Flats is basically the lower end of the UK. I mean, it's not a bad level per se. I mean, the most enjoyment of the entire level of this area is probably that drunk dude fucking walking right there. Probably that, as well as the old dude and a very low polymer female just in the background. I mean, you could look at her for like the entire time and just realize, man, she's not that great looking. Like I said, this level is very, lackluster. This is what I don't like about the entire game. It's empty. You would imagine there would be more tracers or something, more stuff that you could do. I would imagine more like graffiti, maybe more debris on the ground, just in general, something very like UK like. And instead of like how the areas are just kind of gray and dismal, I would imagine, rainy skies and stuff. That would be something else that I would imagine. But unfortunately, I can only imagine because I have a great imagination, but I guess this game doesn't. Not saying that Rebellion is a terrible company by any means. Just this creative thing for, how the UK's aesthetic, it definitely doesn't appeal to me. And unfortunately, I would say certain things of like certain games look a lot better than how this one is presented. Sorry. And on to one of the most useless levels on the entire video game I've ever played. It is called The Mills, and I don't know why that my lag was really frequent there. It is very, very annoying. It is the smallest level in the entire game. Just a lot of water and a very small neighborhood with, I think, a whopping 3 to 2 characters there, and there is nothing special here. There is just water, just a lot of areas, vacancy, and I wouldn't even imagine, maybe some atmosphere, maybe a bird's chirping, maybe a dog barking, and, something. But there is nothing. There is nothing. I mean, the best thing is jumping across those rooftops. That's probably the best thing on this entire game. But I would say, I guess one redeeming quality of this video game is probably maybe the music. I mean, one of my favorite songs is on here, and, I don't know Martin Iveson very well. The music is catchy, I will say that, but I definitely had a lot of more fun just listening to my Spotify playlist. And on to the next one, which is the docks. And I will tell you, the docks are actually one of the best levels on the entire game. The most tedious ones for sure, but I will tell you, this level is very fun, especially that very big jump that we have in this game. I will tell you, it is a very, very high-end and high-energy level. And I will tell you, some of the best challenges are actually in this game, and one of the easiest challenges for versing someone was on here when you had to verse Low. I don't know what his name was on the other ports of the game, but on this one his name was Low, and you actually get to unlock him later in the game too. So you get him, you get the shoes as well as the character, and that's probably as best as way I could say it. The docks are probably the best level, very much aesthetically pleasing, and that's about it. To another very terrible level called the Freighter. I would imagine the Freighter would be something, people would enjoy, but, unfortunately, I would have hoped maybe a moving sea something. It's just nothingness. It's just a lot of shipping containers, nothing, no characters, no, birds, no nothing. It's just freighters, challenges, and stuff that is just annoying. The only people that you actually get to actually see are when you're doing the chase races as well as the flow challenge, and let alone those challenges are the most tedious and most difficult in my opinion. I mean, sure, this area has, that freaking way to go up and, visit and explore the ship. I wish you could have explored the interior of the ship. That would have been so much better on the thing, but I feel like it'd probably be too much detail for said game, even though it is, you know, high-end. Whoa, it's a Tony Hawk Classic level. Oh, Warehouse, one of the fucking worst levels in the entire game, with one of the easiest challenges. I will say, the only tasks on this game that was very difficult for me was a horizontal wall, or horizontal tic-tac on this entire level. That is the only challenges that I had issues with. But even so, I actually bypassed it with, you know, cheating things. I mean, I'm a smart guy. I definitely will say this level is terrible. I fucking hate it. It is just one of the most annoying. It is so small. It's just not livable. It's just like a terrible thing. And I was very surprised I actually got the horizontal tic-tac on that try. I was very shocked. But, you know, it's a terrible level. Ah yes, on to our next level, which is Plaza. Plaza is at least okay. The most redeeming quality of it is the water, because it is the most satisfying thing of this entire game was the water. Besides, you know, the characters, like the NPCs that were just very much annoying, and that is probably it. This has the most tedious tasks on here. The one that always got me was, of course, the horizontal tic-tac right over here. And I will say, I was not able to complete it because, I don't know, most people that I've seen that played this level, they often just do tricks here. And nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't mind, I don't judge people on, you know, doing that tasks. And I will say, that part right there fucks me up every time. And I absolutely hate it. I don't know why they have to do those out-of-bound things. And this level, like I said, it's not a bad level. It's okay at best. It's not my cup of tea, but it definitely has its, you know, it's one of the best racing ones, for sure. And I will say, I was very shocked of actually how the races were, you know, working out on here. On to our next level, which is the building site. The building site is very big. It is very big. Surprisingly, it wasn't a horrible level. It's not the greatest. I will say some of the tasks on this game at first are very annoying in my opinion. And I will say it definitely was more of the longer videos for me to do. I would be spending many hours on this level. And granted, I will say it's not, you know, the best to me. It's definitely, you know, there. And I will say it has atmosphere. Actually, the freaking construction site is building, it's popping, as well as construction workers being there in the background. And which is funny, which people are actually working there too, which actually gives it a whole more appeal. And I will tell you, that is the most annoying part of the entire level. But I will say the train tracks are a cool touch. Very annoying challenges over here. But, you know, nevertheless, on to our final level. And it is a very tedious one. It is called the High Rise. Honestly, High Rise was okay for what it is. Definitely easier than I expected. I will say the only ones that are really difficult on this was probably the flow challenges, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. Definitely the last challenge against Max, or as on the PlayStation 2 port, the Blue Devil. It was fun. I will say the best part is, like I said, jumping off the buildings, and it was quite fun. And I will tell you, the whole entire experience of this entire game was, the best part was just listening to my entire Spotify list. That was basically the entire fun time of this fucking playthrough. Like, it was annoying just the whole time playing it. As a kid, I thought this game was going to be cool as hell. It's going to be the best thing. But now that I'm older and played it fully, I fucking hate it. With that, do I like this game? No, I do not. Would I recommend it by any chance? No, I do not. Do I ever see myself playing it on my channel? Maybe in a few years. Maybe in a few months. Who knows? But with that, I am the shit. You've been watching Millionaire Gaming. I'm sorry for this little video. I did not expect me to get so annoyed, so in a tangent and rant. I am sorry. So with that, I am the shit. You've been watching Millionaire Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Whatever it may be, I hope you guys enjoy. So with that, peace out.